Thanks for coming down and visiting where I grew up. And my family's bought this property in 1955, and we've been surrounded by Daniel Boone National Forest and always will be. Best neighbors you can ever have.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I've gardened here my whole life.
Well, you can tell that it's really been cared for, and this is where you learned your gardening trade, and John's been gardening successfully and professionally for over 2 decades now, and has done rooftop gardens in New York City and all around the United States. So we're really lucky to have you help us out today. We're going to talk a little bit about our fall lawn maintenance program, because people really enjoy a lawn, and we want to give them a fresh start, some ideas on how to do it all sustainably, and to give them some ideas that are easy yet effective so they enjoy a beautiful lawn. So what's the first step? What's happening first? Step one is you really have to get rid of the leaves. You have to rake the leaves off, because it will choke the grass out, and grass needs sunlight, and it needs air to grow properly. So that's the first step. Get rid of those leaves. Okay, well that makes a lot of sense. So, and then once you've got the leaves off, what happens after that? Then you can you need to aerate the soil, and that is simply it's a tool that has spikes on it that you run over the lawn, and it pokes little holes in it, pulls out little plugs, and it allows the air to get down into the root system. If you have an organic stand of grass, you have lots of earthworms, and they do this naturally, but you want to help it along with an aerator. You get a push behind that you get. You can rent one from a local place and do it in 10 minutes, or you can do it yourself. Either way. Okay, so just simply aerating the soil to get oxygen down there, and I guess water for good drainage, and then step 3, I think it probably helps with the seeding. Is that what's next? You open it up. You're opening up the soil and getting it ready to accept the seed, the fall seeding. And the secret to germinating grass seed is you need to have good soil to seed contact. It has to touch each other, and that's what this aeration does. You put that in there, and you put a little bit of fertilizer in there just to get it germinated and to get it a good start. Okay, so you just broadcasting your seed with a little handheld broadcaster, and then the same thing for a fertilizer. Right. Okay, and you want to have just a little bit of fertilizer. You don't need to crank it with high nitrogen, otherwise it's going to be top growth and no roots, I think. Exactly. Right? Nitrogen. You put the nitrogen on more in the spring and summer when you're wanting growth, good top growth, but in the fall you're concentrating on good root systems. Okay, all right, got it. And now what's step 4? You got all this seed in the ground, and I guess it's going to grow because it's got great fertilizer on it. What's happening? Well, you don't want the old grass, existing grass, to choke out these new seedlings that you've planted. So you want to keep it mowed so that air and sunlight can get down there. And also it helps with the leaves as well. As if you do it consistently, when it comes to the raking, you're not, it chops up the leaves, which is good for the grass and good for the soil. Right. Over time, even if you rake, more leaves are going to fall, and so you want to mulch those up so they're not blocking the sunlight and the oxygen. And you're doing it slowly, and you're taking care of it each time you take care of the grass. You're taking care of part of the leaves. Okay. Makes sense. So now you've established these new seedlings, and they're coming up, and you're mowing to give them their fair share of the sunlight. What's your last step? What happens next? Once the seedlings are firmly established and they're not so tender, once it's established, you need to condition your soil. Okay. And that's not putting again on nitrogen, but it's putting in minerals, a mineral-based fertilizer that the root system needs to make it healthy. And that adds some biology, I guess. It's like a 1-a-day vitamin. Okay. Cool. For your grass. All right. So now you've really got a whole series of steps that give your lawn a head start for next spring, and it's going to be kicking by next spring, right? It will be, if you do these easy steps, and this is easy stuff, it's very easy, simple steps. Once you do that, next year it'll be 100 times better. Nice. It's unbelievable how good it works. Well, we'll be out here with cigars, drinking lemonade or something, so it'll be great. Thank you again. I appreciate you taking the time to help us out. This is Steve Paradis, and thanks for checking us out, and good luck with your lawn. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya.